In this video, we'll uncover shocking secrets. The boss doesn't believe the fat guy, Ash's been betrayed, Randall said. He bought 38 boxes last year. That's just crazy. That so-called friendship and kindness turned out to be just a conspiracy. On the subway home, Arthur looked out, sad, when 3 thugs harassed a girl beside him. The girl shot a pleading look at Arthur, and he quickly turned his head. She was already having a terrible day until suddenly Arthur burst into uncontrollable laughter. What the heck was going on? The girl seized the opportunity to make her escape. Enraged, the thugs taught Arthur a lesson, ripping off his cat ears mercilessly. Arthur wanted to pull out a card explaining his condition, but they didn't give him a chance and knocked him down with a punch. Then came the familiar punches and kicks, with taunts and insults echoing through the train car. Sad memories flashed by: the overly confident knight, the betrayal by the doctor, the heartlessness of friends. Your wife, the boss' ruthlessness. You've lost it, and endless humiliation hit him. At this moment, Arthur finally felt despair. The flickering lights in the train car felt like God was holding her hand. As the gunshots rang out, the 3 of them were hit by bullet after bullet, as if Arthur were finally unleashing years of pent-up frustration. Moments later, realizing what she had done, Arthur hurriedly fled through the damp, dark streets, seeking refuge in a dimly lit restroom. Strangely, Arthur felt no fear, just a subtle joy. Under flickering lights, she couldn't resist dancing. Her quirky dance was like blooming flowers amid slaughter. Arthur had liked her female neighbor for ages, but never had the courage to speak. But this time, with newfound confidence, she pushed open her neighbor's door. The next day, Arthur came in to finalize her resignation. Besides the little guy expressing pity, her other co-workers continued their mocking jabs, while the fat guy who sabotaged her took her place. Arthur didn't dwell on it and simply painted over the "don't forget to smile" sign in the hallway to say "don't even think about it" as she left. Back home, the TV was broadcasting news of the subway murder, featuring singing tycoon Thomas Wynne, running for mayor. He was Mother's old boss from years ago, saying the victim was kind and well-bred, while the killer just a coward behind a clown mask. Look at those pointless clowns. Ironically, Arthur didn't feel anger listening to him. Instead, she found an unprecedented sense of existence in his words, excitedly telling her therapist, "I've never known if I really existed." But the doctor still had a straight face and even brought some bad news. They cancelled our records, our consultations, and as funding was cut by the government, shutting this place down. They don't care about people like you, of course. They ignore people like me too. So what do we do now? I'm sorry. Without financial support and free meds, Arthur's life grew harder, but she never quit her comedic dreams. One day, she finally got a chance to perform on stage. Her first time up, she said, "Hi, nice to meet you." But right after, she burst into laughter uncontrollably. It was painful to watch her laugh. It turned out Arthur had a condition that made her laugh uncontrollably when anxious. She had been on medication before, but after the government slashed its budget, her free meds had vanished. Later, mustering her courage in a good mood, Arthur finally told her first joke. "I hate school because my mom always, you should enjoy it because one day you will work for the rest of your life." "No, Mom, I'm going to be an actress." The audience fell dead silent. She hesitated and flipped to her next joke, but the impatient crowd shouted for her to get off the stage. In fact, Arthur had been actively studying comedy. She often watched professionals at free bars. She diligently took notes, but her sense of humor was always a bit off. She often looked confused when others laughed. When silent, her odd laughter erupted unexpectedly, frustrating her more after the show. Her indifferent mother didn't comfort her. Instead, she started with the sarcastic remarks. "You look so happy. Are you sure you can do this? You don't have to laugh to become an actress." All this made Arthur suddenly feel estranged from her once close mother. She didn't understand why her mom named her Happy when she had never truly been happy. So, she took a chance and snooped through her mother's letters. In one letter, there was a line asking her to be charitable and remember the sender and her son. Arthur suddenly felt a tightness in her chest because that letter was addressed to millionaire Wayne. Her mom had worked for Wayne Enterprises for decades. She knew that, but didn't realize that after all those years of poverty, she had a rich dad. Arthur angrily confronted her mother, who finally confessed. She did have a past with Wayne, but it couldn't continue due to status differences, and she was forced to sign an NDA. After years without fatherly love, she yearned for that connection, so she ventured to Wayne Manor alone, where she didn't meet Wayne, but encountered his son, little Bruce, who would eventually become Batman. Their matching outfits seemed to hint at their connection. To cheer Bruce up, Arthur donned a clown nose and performed a magic trick to conjure a bouquet of flowers. Despite having nothing, she wanted joy for her unseen brother, but the butler rushed out to shield Bruce.